Today was a terrible trading day. Terrible for me, and some stuff I need to learn from here. I took several trades today, so we're going to jump into my first one, which was on WDC. Now, it was super weak. One, it gapped down on the daily, so it's a weak stock. So as you can see, yesterday it was up here. Why aren't you working? There we go. Yesterday it was up here. Then today, you see it gapped all the way down to here. So we got a weak stock right off the bat. It shows its weakness. Hits this 39 level, which I had from the daily, and then proceed. I really wanted to get in here, but this move. So I was watching it, and I didn't want to trade in the first 5 minutes. So I was trying to get in right at the beginning of the second 5-minute candlesticks, which is right here. I wanted to get in, but this move happened. This move happened so fast. As soon as that 5-minute candle was created, it just dumped. And then, it rebounded, but on much lower volume. And right here, I should have been a little more concerned because this volume's uptick. We're starting to get closer to the last bearish volume. But I ignored all that. I went short because I was kind of close to VWAP, but the reality is this is a no man's land entry for me. I needed to wait till I was actually at VWAP because it looks close on these tiny charts, but that's like 20-something cents away from VWAP, which just isn't good enough for my style of trading. And then because I had a non-technical entry, I didn't want to stop myself out when I should have. So I let this go past my max loss because I wanted to give it to VWAP. So I do that a lot, where if I get a non-technical entry, I hold on to a position too long because I realize that I didn't have a technical entry, and therefore a technical stop loss is too far out of reach, but I'll give it all the way to the technical stop loss. And it's just terrible trading. So I dug myself a hole right here. Not a crazy hole, but a hole. Then it came up, it started curling back down, and I took it short. I was a little weary taking it short because right here it threw a hammer. So I was a little weary about taking it short here, but I did nonetheless. Got one good partial at 39. I should have taken another partial down here because it was clear this level was providing some decent support. So I really should have taken another partial here and take some more risk off, but I didn't. I got my last partial out here at break even. At this point, I'm still down on the day, but this helped me recoup some of my losses. Then I went over and I traded Uber, and Uber was just a bad trade because, again, my stop loss is just not reasonable. So what I saw on the 5-minute chart, I saw a nice ABCD pattern forming. Oops, that's supposed to be a B, C, and then I thought D's up here. So I thought we're going to go up, we're going to consolidate right between here, and then we're going to take back off to D, this level, maybe even more. So I saw a nice 5-minute ABCD pattern forming where, again, where I should have maybe been more discerning here is that we throw a shooting star, so a nice bearish pattern on the 1-minute candlestick, and I immediately take a long position right after. So this is not, I probably shouldn't have followed that up. On top of that, at this candlestick on the 1-minute chart, this is where I knew I need to get out. This is not working out, but I didn't. And once it fell, because I had the 200 right here, so part of me was like, well, maybe it'll pull back to the 200 in VWAP, and then it'll bounce off that. But that wasn't my premise getting into the trade, so you can't change your premise mid-trade. In my opinion, that's a bad trade, but that's what I did and took a huge loss here. This is a really big loss for me. Absolutely crushed my day. Just terrible trading. Just, you can't do that. Lastly, I took a couple trades on CCL here. So CCL, so I really like, so this first trade is a nice trade for me. This was my best trade of the day. Still needed some improvement. I got it on the pullback here, but I liked what I saw. And so I took it short here. Stop out, I think, was going to be around, around breaking this 1-minute candlestick there. Took a partial at this moving average right here. What I was hoping for is I only took one partial because I thought we might get to pre-market low, which is right here, but we didn't. So I took one partial. I really thought we were going to get to here, so I was holding. It didn't happen. It started coming back on me, and I took another partial here. And this wasn't. I meant to take another partial. It just looked like this downward move was over. So I was trying to take another partial, and I accidentally added to my short position and then went all out at break even. So even my best trade of the day had a hotkey error in it. So just not a good trading day here for me. All right, lastly, I took another trade on CCL, and I liked what I saw. I viewed this as, kind of a descending triangle of sorts. It's not a perfect descending triangle, but that's what I saw it as. But this is, I should have waited for a better pullback here. This is kind of a chased entry. I'm kind of in no man's land at this point because this base hasn't even been established yet. Because the only candlestick I'm looking at on the 1 minute chart, I only have this candlestick. So this is a terrible entry. This is a no man's land entry. And it made me a weak bear, meaning if this thing pulls back on me pretty much at all, I'm going to get shaken out, which is what happened. It pulled back on me. And again, I was wanting to get down to this level first and foremost, and then hopefully this level. But I was a weak bear because I had a bad entry. It pulled up on me. I got out, worried it was a short squeeze. Then, of course, the move happens in the next candlestick after I got out. And that's what happens when you have bad entries. So today I had bad entries in no man's land. I didn't stop out when I should have because I had a bad entry. So I had a non-technical stop out, and my max loss was a non-technical stop out. And so I held through my max loss to get to the technical stop out. But you can't do that when you don't get a technical entry. And yeah, just a terrible trading day for me, and unfortunately it happened on Friday, so I'm going to think about it all weekend, and hopefully I'll learn from this and trade better next week.